When a man is truly falling in love, his actions begin to speak louder than anything he could ever say. Love has a way of revealing itself not only in grand gestures but also in the smallest, most consistent patterns of behavior. A man who is genuinely interested in you won't always declare it outright in words. Instead, he will show it through the way he prioritizes you, the attention he gives, and the effort he puts into making sure you feel valued. Often, women wonder whether a man's feelings are real or if he is just enjoying the moment. But the truth is, love always leaves behind signs. These signs are subtle yet powerful indicators that his heart is no longer just his. It's slowly making room for you. One of the clearest shifts you'll notice is how he begins to make you a central part of his world. He doesn't just want to spend time with you when it's convenient. He actively looks for ways to include you in his life. His happiness starts to feel connected to yours, and he prioritizes your well-being in ways you might not expect. From listening closely to remembering the smallest details, his care shows up in everything he does. It's not about impressing you for a short while, but about building a bond that feels safe, lasting, and meaningful. Another powerful sign of love is how he opens himself up emotionally. Many men find vulnerability difficult, but when he begins sharing his fears, dreams, and feelings with you, it's proof that he sees you as someone he can trust with his heart. Along with this vulnerability comes protectiveness, not in a controlling sense, but in the way he wants to ensure you're safe, respected, and comfortable. His protective nature, combined with his support for your goals and dreams, shows that he is invested not just in the relationship, but in your growth as an individual. Love also reveals itself in consistency. A man who is falling in love doesn't disappear when life gets busy. Instead, he communicates regularly, checks in on you, and makes an effort to stay connected. His affection doesn't always appear in dramatic gestures, but rather in small, thoughtful acts. A warm touch, a kind word, or a simple effort to make you smile. These little actions often carry the deepest meaning because they are natural, unforced, and done with sincerity. The truth is, when a man is genuinely falling for you, you won't be left questioning his intentions. His behavior will align with his feelings, creating a sense of security and trust. He won't just tell you that he cares. He'll show you in the way he treats you every single day. Recognizing these signs can help you see the difference between someone who is just interested for the moment and someone who is truly ready to love you deeply. If you've ever wondered whether his feelings are real, paying attention to these subtle yet powerful signs will reveal exactly where his heart lies. He prioritizes your happiness. He prioritizes your happiness in ways that may seem small at first, but they carry a weight that reveals how deeply he cares. When a man is truly falling in love, your smile becomes one of his biggest goals. He notices the things that brighten your day and makes an effort to bring them into your life more often. It could be something as simple as bringing you your favorite snack after a long day, checking in to see how you are feeling, or sending a message that reminds you you're not alone. He values your emotions and pays attention to how his actions affect your mood. If something bothers you, he doesn't dismiss it. Instead, he tries to understand and make it better. This kind of prioritization is not about grand gestures every time, but about consistency. He wants you to feel comfortable, secure, and cared for in his presence. When you are stressed, he goes out of his way to lighten your load, whether by offering solutions, listening without judgment, or simply being there to hold space for your emotions. Your happiness becomes intertwined with his own, and he feels a genuine sense of fulfillment when he sees you at peace. Another way he prioritizes your happiness is by making compromises that show he values your needs as much as his own. He may adjust his schedule, give up certain preferences, or plan experiences centered around what you enjoy, all because your joy matters to him. He does not see it as a sacrifice, but as an expression of love. Over time, these consistent choices reveal his true intentions. A man who falls in love will naturally place your happiness at the forefront because he understands that when you thrive, the relationship thrives, and that is what he wants most. He listens to you closely. He listens to you closely in a way that makes you feel truly seen and valued. When a man is falling in love, he doesn't just hear the words you speak. He pays attention to the emotions, the pauses, and the subtle shifts in your tone. He remembers details you might not even recall sharing, like the name of a coworker you mentioned once or the way you take your coffee. This kind of attentive listening shows that your words hold weight in his life. He's not distracted when you talk. He puts his phone down, maintains eye contact, and makes you feel like your thoughts are important. A man who listens closely does so because he cares about understanding you, not just responding. He wants to know your likes, your fears, your dreams, and even the small frustrations that fill your day. When you tell him something, he recalls it later in conversations or surprises you by acting on it, proving that he takes your voice seriously. This is not just about polite nods or surface-level attention. It's about emotional connection. He listens with the intent to learn more about who you are at your core, because knowing you deeply brings him closer. This behavior also creates a safe space where you feel comfortable opening up. You don't feel judged or dismissed, and that gives your bond an even stronger foundation. He shows empathy by acknowledging your feelings and validating your experiences, making you feel understood. Over time, his ability to listen becomes one of the clearest signs of his growing love. It shows that he's not just present physically, but emotionally invested in everything you share. A man who listens closely is a man who values your voice as part of his life story. He remembers the small details. He remembers the small details in a way that feels both thoughtful and surprising. When a man is truly falling in love, he pays attention to the little things that most people overlook. He might recall the exact story you told about your childhood pet, the color you once mentioned looks best on you, or the date of an event that holds special meaning to you. These details stick in his mind because he values every piece of information you share, no matter how casual it might seem at the moment. This habit shows that you are not just someone he talks to. You are someone he wants to know deeply. Remembering. The small details means he's genuinely invested in your life. He notices the way your mood shifts when you're tired. He recalls your favorite songs, and he surprises you with things that show he was listening all along. It could be as simple as sending you a link to something related to your interests, or picking a restaurant that serves your favorite meal without you reminding him. These thoughtful gestures prove that he's always storing information about you in his heart. What makes this so meaningful is the effort behind it. Remembering small things requires attention, care, and emotional investment, qualities that come naturally when someone is falling in love. It shows that you are constantly on his mind and that he wants to make you feel seen and valued. Over time, these tiny but powerful reminders build trust, intimacy, and warmth in the relationship. They reveal not only that he listens, but also that he treasures every part of you, big or small, because to him, every detail of your life is worth remembering. He makes future plans with you. He makes future plans with you because he's not just focused on the present moment. He's already picturing you in his tomorrow. When a man is falling in love, the idea of a future without you feels incomplete, so he naturally begins to include you in his goals, dreams, and decisions. These plans don't always have to be big commitments like marriage or moving in together. Often they show up in smaller, meaningful ways. He might talk about a concert happening next month and ask you to go with him, or he'll mention a vacation spot he'd love to visit with you one day. Even casual comments like, "We should try that restaurant next week," reveal that in his mind, you are part of what's ahead. This habit shows that he's not thinking of you as temporary or uncertain. He sees you as someone worth keeping close. Planning together builds a shared sense of excitement and creates a bond that strengthens over time. He values your presence enough to weave it into the timeline of his life. The more he plans with you, the more obvious it becomes that he's falling in love, because love naturally looks beyond today. Another sign within this is when he includes you in bigger visions, like career decisions, financial goals, or family introductions. This reveals that he doesn't just see you as part of his daily routine, but as a partner in shaping the path ahead. A man who is falling in love is eager to build memories with you, and those memories often start with plans. His desire to create shared experiences and to think about you when mapping his future is one of the clearest signs that his feelings are genuine and growing deeper every day. 5. He introduces you to his inner circle. He introduces you to his inner circle when he starts seeing you as someone important and lasting in his life. A man who is falling in love doesn't want to keep you hidden. Instead, he feels proud to show you off to the people who matter most to him. This means he'll take you to family gatherings, invite you to hang out with his closest friends, or casually include you in conversations about his personal life. It's his way of saying, "You're not just someone I'm dating, you're becoming part of my world." When he makes the effort to bring you into his circle, it's a strong sign of trust and seriousness. He wants his loved ones to know you, and, just as importantly, he wants you to know them. This creates a bridge between his personal life and your relationship, showing that he's not separating the two. Instead, he's blending them because he envisions you being there for the long term. You'll notice he's attentive to how his friends or family interact with you because their opinion matters to him, but your comfort matters even more. He might ask afterward if you felt welcomed, or he may light up when he sees everyone enjoying your presence. These actions prove he's invested in making you feel included and valued. Introducing you to his inner circle is not just a casual step. It's a declaration of commitment. It shows he's falling in love and wants to integrate you into the deeper parts of his life. It's his way of letting you know that you belong, not just with him, but with the people he holds closest to his heart. He shows genuine concern for your well-being. He shows genuine concern for your well-being in ways that go far beyond polite gestures. When a man is falling in love, your safety, health, and peace of mind matter to him on a deep level. He doesn't just ask how you're doing out of habit. He listens carefully to your response and takes it seriously. If you mention you're not feeling well, he'll check in later to see if you've improved. If you're stressed about work or personal issues, he'll encourage you, offer support, or simply make space for you to vent without judgment. His concern is active and consistent, not something he shows only when convenient. You'll notice his care in small but meaningful ways. He might remind you to eat when you're too busy, encourage you to rest when you're exhausted, or offer to help with tasks so you don't feel overwhelmed. He pays attention to your moods and notices when something is off, often stepping in with kindness before you even ask for help. These behaviors reflect a natural instinct to protect and nurture you, not because he feels obligated, but because he truly wants to see you happy and healthy. What sets genuine concern apart is sincerity. He doesn't use it as a tool to impress you or gain something in return. It comes from a place of love and empathy. Your struggles affect him emotionally, and your well-being feels tied to his own. When someone prioritizes your comfort, checks in regularly, and shows effort to make your life easier, it reveals the depth of his feelings. A man who is falling in love doesn't just want you in his life. He wants you safe, cared for, and thriving because your well-being has become part of his own happiness. He opens up about his feelings. He opens up about his feelings when he starts to trust you with the most vulnerable parts of himself. For many men, expressing emotions isn't always easy, but when he's falling in love, he feels a strong need to let you in. Instead of hiding behind a tough exterior, he allows you to see his fears, his dreams, and even his insecurities. He tells you about his struggles at work, moments from his past that shaped him, or the things that keep him awake at night. This openness is a clear sign that you've become someone special to him, someone he feels safe enough to be real with. When a man shares his emotions, it shows he wants more than surface-level connection. He doesn't just stick to casual conversations or lighthearted jokes. He dives deeper, letting you see his true self. He'll admit when he misses you, when he feels nervous, or when he's uncertain about something in his life. These are not rehearsed lines meant to impress. They are raw and genuine confessions that reveal his heart. This level of honesty also builds intimacy between you. By opening up, he invites you to understand him in ways most people don't get. 2. He values your opinion, trusts your response, and hopes you'll meet his vulnerability with compassion. Over time, this creates a bond rooted in authenticity, where both of you feel free to share openly. A man who opens up emotionally is showing more than interest. He's showing love in action. It means he's not afraid of being judged by you, and he wants to build a relationship where honesty flows both ways. When he shares his deepest thoughts and feelings, It's a sign that he sees you not just as a partner, but as a safe place for his heart. He makes sacrifices for you. He makes sacrifices for you when his love starts to outweigh his personal convenience. A man who is falling in love doesn't only focus on what benefits him. He considers your needs, comfort, and happiness, even if it means giving something up. These sacrifices don't always have to be grand. Often, they're small but meaningful, choices that show you how much you matter. He might skip a night out with friends just to spend time with you, change his routine to match yours, or rearrange his schedule so he can be there when you need him most. Each decision reflects that he values your presence and well-being more than temporary pleasures. You'll notice these sacrifices in subtle ways too. He may compromise on movies, restaurants, or weekend plans to match what you prefer. He may drive across town just to see you, even when he's tired, or put effort into things he normally wouldn't, simply because they make you happy. None of this feels like a burden to him. On the contrary, it brings him joy to see you comfortable and cared for. What makes these sacrifices powerful is the intention behind them. He's not doing it to keep score or expect something in return. Instead, he does it because your happiness directly affects his own. Love makes him want to protect your peace, lighten your load, and show you that you're a priority in his life. Over time, these consistent acts of selflessness become a clear indicator of his feelings. A man who makes sacrifices for you is showing, through his actions, that he's not just interested, he's invested. His willingness to adjust, compromise, and put your needs alongside or even above his own proves that he's falling in love and ready to build something meaningful with you. 9. He respects your opinions. He respects your opinions by showing that your voice genuinely matters to him. When a man is falling in love, he doesn't just hear your perspective out of politeness. He values it and often considers it when making decisions. Whether it's something small like choosing where to eat or something bigger like career moves or financial plans, he wants to know what you think. He doesn't dismiss your ideas or talk over you. Instead, he listens carefully and acknowledges the importance of your viewpoint. Respecting your opinions also means he doesn't belittle you or make you feel insignificant, even when he disagrees. Instead of turning it into an argument, he approaches differences with understanding and compromise. He sees your mind as an asset and your perspective as something that adds richness to his own way of thinking. This creates a healthy balance where you both feel like equal partners in the relationship. You'll notice this respect in the way he asks for your advice on personal matters, or how he lights up when you share your thoughts about something important to you. He may even remember and apply your suggestions, which shows that he takes your words seriously. This behavior reveals that he doesn't just love being with you, he admires you as a person and trusts your judgment. When a man respects your opinions, he is also telling you indirectly that he sees a future with you. He wouldn't value your input so much if he didn't see you as part of his long-term plans. It's one of the clearest signs that his love isn't shallow. It's rooted in admiration, trust, and a desire to grow together as a team. 10. He wants to spend more time together. He wants to spend more time together because being with you has become his favorite part of the day. When a man is falling in love, your presence feels comforting, exciting, and meaningful all at once. So he naturally looks for more opportunities to be around you. It doesn't matter whether the plans are big or small, he's just happy to share space and moments with you. This could mean inviting you to run errands with him, suggesting cozy nights in, or planning outings that let you both create new memories. The key is that he actively seeks time with you, rather than waiting for it to happen by chance. You'll notice he adjusts his schedule to fit yours, even sacrificing other activities or commitments just to be with you. He may linger longer after dates, find excuses to call or text, or plan ahead so he can see you more often. His effort to spend time together shows that you're not just an option in his life, you're a priority. Every hour spent with you deepens his connection, and he craves that closeness more as his feelings grow stronger. What makes this sign stand out is how genuine it feels. He doesn't push for time together out of obligation or pressure, but out of joy and desire. Even simple quiet moments, like sitting together, cooking a meal, or watching a show, become special because they're shared with you. To him, quality Time isn't just about fun. It's about building intimacy and creating a rhythm where your lives naturally blend. When a man is falling in love, his actions make it clear. He's not looking for excuses to leave. He's looking for reasons to stay. Wanting more time together is his way of saying he cherishes you and sees you as an essential part of his everyday life. He supports your goals and dreams. He supports your goals and dreams because he wants to see you succeed, not just in the relationship, but in every part of your life. When a man is falling in love, he doesn't feel threatened by your ambitions. He feels inspired by them. He listens when you talk about your plans, encourages you when you doubt yourself, and celebrates your wins no matter how big or small. Instead of brushing off your aspirations as unrealistic, he reminds you of your strengths and pushes you to believe in yourself even more. Support often shows up in the way he takes an active interest in what you're working toward. He might help you practice for an interview, cheer you on at an important event, or give advice when you ask for it. Even when he doesn't fully understand your field or passion, he still makes the effort to learn about it because it matters to you. His pride in your achievements is genuine, and he's there not just for the applause at the finish line, but for the late nights, the struggles, and the self-doubt along the way. What makes his support powerful is that it's selfless. He doesn't hold you back or make you feel guilty for focusing on your goals. Instead, he adjusts where he can, so you have the time and energy to chase what's important to you. He believes in your potential as much as, if not more than, you do yourself. When a man supports your goals and dreams, it shows he's invested in your growth as an individual, not just what you bring to the relationship. His love goes beyond romance. It's rooted in partnership, pride, and a desire to see you become everything you want to be. That kind of support is one of the clearest signs he's falling deeply in love. He mirrors your actions unconsciously. He mirrors your actions unconsciously because he's so emotionally connected to you that his body language naturally aligns with yours. When a man is falling in love, he doesn't even realize he's doing it. His movements, gestures, and tone start to reflect yours as a sign of closeness and harmony. If you lean forward while talking, he might do the same. If you cross your arms, he may unconsciously copy that posture. Even the way you speak, laugh, or use certain words might slowly start to show up in his own expressions. This mirroring happens because people naturally imitate those they feel drawn to, but in love, it becomes even more pronounced. It's his subconscious way of saying, I feel connected to you, and I want to stay in sync. It creates a sense of comfort and bonding without either of you having to put it into words. You'll notice that when you're together, the rhythm of your conversations flows more easily, and there's often a silent harmony in the way you interact. It also shows up emotionally. If you're excited, he mirrors that energy by becoming more animated. If you're sad, he grows quieter and more empathetic. His mood tends to align with yours because your feelings matter to him deeply. This emotional mirroring strengthens intimacy and makes you feel understood without needing long explanations. What makes this so telling is that it's not intentional. It just happens. He doesn't have to plan it or force it. His body and emotions naturally adjust to match yours. That's one of the strongest signs of genuine attraction and growing love. When a man mirrors you unconsciously, it's proof that his connection to you runs deeper than words. It's built into the way he moves, feels, and responds around you. He becomes protective over you. He becomes protective over you in ways that reveal his growing love and emotional investment. When a man is falling in love, your safety and comfort become deeply important to him, and he instinctively looks for ways to shield you from harm or distress. This protection isn't about control or dominance. It's about care. He walks you to your car at night, makes sure you get home safely, or subtly places himself on the side of traffic when you're walking together. These little gestures show he's always thinking about how to keep you safe without making a big show of it. His protectiveness also extends to your emotional well-being. If someone speaks harshly to you or treats you unfairly, he feels a natural urge to defend you, even if he doesn't always step in directly. He checks in when you're upset, comforts you during stressful times, and reassures you when doubts creep in. His goal is to create a space where you feel secure, both physically and emotionally. simply by being with him. What makes this sign so genuine is that it doesn't feel forced. It flows naturally from his feelings for you. He's not trying to act like a hero. He simply cares enough that your struggles and risks matter to him. His protective side is an extension of his love, showing that he values your presence in his life so much that he'll do what he can to keep you safe and happy. Over time, this consistent protectiveness becomes one of the clearest signs he's falling in love. It reflects not just attraction, but a deep desire to nurture and safeguard the person who means the most to him. You. 4. He communicates consistently. He communicates consistently because staying connected with you has become a natural part of his day. When a man is falling in love, he doesn't leave you guessing about where you stand or wondering when you'll hear from him again. Instead, he makes an effort to reach out regularly, whether through calls, texts, or simply checking in to see how you're doing. This consistency shows that you're on his mind, not just occasionally, but all the time. He wants to be present in your life, even in small ways, because the bond he feels with you matters deeply to him. This steady communication isn't about grand speeches or constant attention. It's about reliability. He replies to your messages, follows up on things you've mentioned, and keeps the conversation flowing because he genuinely wants to hear from you. When he's busy, he still finds a way to let you know he's thinking of you, even if it's just a short note or a quick call. His actions prove that he values your connection and doesn't take it for granted. You'll notice that his communication also feels balanced. It's not one-sided or forced. He both talks and listens, making sure your voice is just as important as his. He shares details about his life, asks questions about yours, and remembers to follow up later, showing that he's truly engaged. What makes this sign so meaningful is that it builds trust and security. You don't feel left in the dark or uncertain, because his consistent contact reassures you of his intentions. A man who communicates regularly is sending a clear message. You're not just a passing thought, you're a priority. That steady effort is one of the strongest signs he's falling in love and wants to build something lasting with you. 5. He expresses affection in small ways. He expresses affection in small ways that reveal just how deeply he's falling in love. Instead of relying only on big romantic gestures, he finds quiet, thoughtful ways to show you how much you mean to him. It could be the way he holds your hand when you're walking together, the gentle kiss on your forehead, or the way he brushes your hair out of your face. These little acts may seem simple, but they carry a powerful message. You're always on his mind, and he wants you to feel cared for in every moment. You'll notice he pays attention to the details of your daily life, finding subtle ways to bring you comfort and happiness. He might leave you sweet notes, send you a good morning text, or bring your favorite drink without you asking. Even the way he looks at you, soft, warm, and full of admiration, becomes a form of silent affection. These small gestures show his love more genuinely than any words could, because they are consistent and heartfelt. What makes this so meaningful is that he doesn't see affection as something reserved only for special occasions. To him, love is woven into the everyday moments. Sharing a blanket when you're cold, remembering to check in when you've had a long day, or simply listening closely when you speak. His affection is steady, natural, and effortless because it comes straight from the heart.